Before I get started, I'd like to introduce you to our sponsor, Winner Affiliates. The Winner Affiliates program is the leading international promoter of online games and card rooms. What really makes Winner Affiliates an incredible program is that their team is compiled of seasoned professionals that know the industry. As an affiliate, you'll be connected with a dedicated affiliate manager that will hook you up with Winner's exclusive gaming products. Join Winner Affiliates today and take advantage of their 50% rev share promotion. Just visit the Winner Affiliates listing in the CAP directory and learn more today. Thank you again to our sponsor, Winner Affiliates, for making this CAP video interview possible.
Hey everyone, I'm Warren Jolly with CasinoAffiliatePrograms.com, and I want to welcome you to today's interview with Gerdes. Aaron has been working in and around the web since 1996. Through consulting, he's worked with fast-moving startups and Fortune 500 businesses. With a background in marketing and branding strategy with B2B and web businesses, today Aaron is the CSO, the Chief Strategy Officer at Deuces Cracked, a company focused on delivering higher quality poker strategy videos. Aaron, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Warren.
Of course. Let's take a quick moment and tell our audience about the history of Deuces Cracked and the different areas your company is involved in today.
Absolutely. So what people who are unfamiliar with Deuces Cracked should know is that our focus is on helping poker players win more online. And so our business runs primarily through our video content. We have a large library, over 2,000 videos. They're structured in series so that users can build on each lesson as they go forward. And people have found this really useful. Our business started out from the founders all meeting each other through 2+2, which is a popular online poker discussion forum. And many of them were coaching. They were successful players. They wanted to find a way to take coaching, which is relatively expensive one-on-one, to a broader audience. And there were other folks who were doing videos at the time. They were like one-off videos where they just talked randomly about whatever was going on while they were playing. And our content is different because it's structured. Our instructors are different because we pick them based on who can teach the best. It's difficult to learn from somebody, even if they're an excellent player, if they're not a good teacher.
Okay, great. So there's obviously other players in the space that do similar types of poker strategy videos, the biggest being PokerStrategy.com. How does your company differ from your competitors and offer added value or different services?
Sure. Well, I think the easiest comparison point with Poker Strategy is that we're much smaller. We're a different kind of community. We're structured very differently than Poker Strategy is. They're large, they're multilingual, and I think it's a solid product. You can find Deuces Cracked videos, limited selection on certain Poker Strategy communities. I think that the difference is that Poker Strategy's model gets the user into an affiliate relationship as soon as possible. It's a blocking issue in order to get to the content. We've taken a different and more open approach to our content where we let the users get involved in the community and try it out and then decide the best way that they want to plug in, whether that's a pay-for subscription, whether that's an affiliate deal. When they have a little bit more leverage as a better player, they can pick better options. And that's been something that's been really good for our players and really good for us.
Okay, so what would you consider the major reasons why players come back to Deuces Cracked on an ongoing basis and really trust the videos you create?
I think that the main ones are that the content is fresh, around 10 new videos per week, so more than one a day, and it's really high quality content. Our instructors are fantastic. That's what brings people back. The other thing we hear from our users is that our community is excellent. For example, on our discussion forums, people are self-organizing into study groups to take a look through the material. And when they put that kind of work in, they see really excellent results. And so our community is another huge draw.
And how big is your community at the moment?
We have 75,000 total registered users. The active group for that is probably around 50% of that. Active being defined as people who have logged in fairly recently. In terms of people who are posting actively and really involved in the strategy forums, we see a little bit smaller than that. And so it's a good community. It's focused much more narrowly than a lot of other online poker communities. So in other places, you'll find a lot of people who are interested in poker and they are discussing a lot of other things. And our general discussion forums are kind of played down in exchange for the strategy content, which is where our users are really finding value. So we're very focused on education.
Okay, great. You mentioned some of the different technologies that you use to kind of stay ahead in the poker industry. What are some of those technologies that you can share with our audience?
Yeah, this has been a really important thing because we deal with video. it's expensive and difficult to host. And so from the start, we were able to build our platform on Amazon's web services, which has been a really excellent thing for us. It's enabled us to have the infrastructure of a very large company. They have servers distributed all over the world. We can stream video from the location close to the user, which is a huge usability improvement for users. And that's been available to us at relatively low cost. So that's been a really excellent thing for us. We've also built our site from day one on Rails, which is a web framework that has enabled us to stay very flexible and move fairly quickly. That has let us, even as a smaller company, really keep up, and that's been an important thing.
And that's Ruby on Rails for those in our audience that aren't familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. And from a marketing standpoint, what are some of the effective marketing strategies that you and your team have deployed to kind of grow Deuces Cracked, its traffic, and its online presence?
The number one thing I would say that has worked good for us is that we have a 7-day free trial. So users can come in for free and get to know our content and see if it's right for them. Once they're through the 7-day free trial, they've kind of experienced the site. We're really putting our money where our mouth is there. And it gives them the opportunity then to decide how do they want to move forward. Is it in an affiliate sort of relationship? Would they pay for the content? Do they just want to be a member of the community for a while and increase their skills for a little while before diving into content? And so that has been the number one most effective thing. Our free trial really draws a lot of people and it converts well.
And in terms of just your acquired traffic, I mean, is it really an SEO strategy? Do you do paid media, email marketing? Is it just a cross of all of those?
Primarily we're focused on organic growth, and so we don't do a lot of intentional search marketing right now. It's a really competitive space there, and some of our larger competitors have more resources. So our focus has really been to invest our marketing budget into getting people to try our service, getting people to refer their friends, building a really solid affiliate program. We also get a lot of traffic from working with other affiliates who, for example, tap into our system so that their high-performing players are able to get access to our content all through that affiliate system. And that's been a really great thing to bring in good traffic.
Okay, so subscriptions are a huge part of your business. How does Deuces Cracked cross-promote both affiliate and subscription services to your customers?
Well, that's the really good part about Deuces Cracked is that our customers are able to choose. So you can get a subscription to Deuces Cracked and get a hold of all that content by earning money through our affiliate program, and that's a workable way for a lot of users. As they earn revenue playing online, that revenue both goes into their pocket but also counts towards their free subscription. And that's been a good thing for a lot of users who are playing actively online. For other people who perhaps they can't play right now or they're getting their game ready for when they can play, they've been more apt to use, we accept major credit cards and PayPal, things like that. But we're also able to cross-promote between those two things, which is good. We do sell some extra software and tools on the site that we find that people in our affiliate system, they want to read those. Likely we find people who are able to bounce back and forth between paying out of their own pocket versus earning revenue by playing. And that system seems to work really well. We have a lot of people who utilize both.
So the idea is a player comes in, they sign up to a poker site through Deuces Cracked. You're obviously receiving a commission. You're giving them a percentage of that back as a credit towards their subscription.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. And then that's been a really effective strategy.
Great. Okay. So if an affiliate wanted to work with Deuces Cracked in some capacity, an affiliate watching this video that might have a poker site or thinking about getting into poker, what would be the best way for them to do that? You mentioned earlier you get a lot of traffic from affiliates, so maybe you can elaborate a little bit on that. And again, if someone's looking to work with you guys, they would know the best way to start.
Yeah, so the best way to start is there is an affiliates link at the bottom of our website where affiliates can get into our program. They can sign up, they can see the rates. We've got a really flexible system. If they want to start offering our content to their users, the best thing for them to do is to email us support@deucescracked.com and we can direct them to the right place. We have full API documentation. We can make it really easy for affiliates to get involved, and we'll put them in touch with somebody who can be their account manager.
Okay, great. So it's been a little while since Black Friday, obviously, coming up on a year here. What was the actual impact on the poker market in your opinion, and how did it affect Deuces Cracked business overall?
Well, I think it affected us really consistently with the way that I've seen the rest of the market be affected, which is about 40% off the top. And we've seen our competitors kind of reporting the same thing. in general, that's a mix of mostly US players who can't play anymore, but also European players who are not finding the games as easy as they were before, or finding it harder to get into good games. And so in that situation, we really think that that's on its way to turning around right now. But it has been a difficult thing for the poker community and all of the businesses that we work with. Okay.
And how are you as a business adapting to that 40% off the top? And what are you doing that's different? And what are your plans for growth, taking into consideration that these events have occurred?
Yeah, I think that's where we really see everybody starting to behave differently. Is our focus right now is solely on continuing to build the best poker strategy website that we can. And that's been working very well. We have a fantastic customer base still. We're not planning on going anywhere. I think you see a lot of other companies in our space, they're starting to diversify. They're looking into other markets where they can do that. And that's just not our style, is we're right-sized for this market the way it is right now. And so we can do really good work, continue to build it up. Now, what we see in the future, if there's going to be a regulatory framework for online poker in the United States, that means that I think people need to be getting ready right now for that. And we may not know what the revenue model is going to look like. We may not know what the affiliate situation is going to be going forward. But our focus is on getting the best content and the best community ready so that we can adapt to whatever that is. The variables that we can control right now completely involve serving our existing customers well. And then after that, we'll see what happens after that.
Okay. What do you think are the three biggest mistakes that affiliates make in the industry today?
I think, especially with new affiliates, there's a problem of focus. I think that being able to focus in and create something that's very specific for a customer is a much more effective way to market. And I think that you kind of see people wanting to do too many things on one site, or things that aren't necessarily within their reach immediately. I think the second thing that people run into is probably, are they creating enough value for the relationship to justify the frequency with which they're contacting their users? Are they really bringing enough to the table? And thinking about it from that perspective, not solely from a search marketing perspective, not solely from a lead generation perspective, is very important. It's how do you retain those customers long term? How do you increase the value of your existing customers? It's something that we really spend a lot more time working on, the new customer acquisition, and that served us very well. Third, I would say, I think that there's a trust component, particularly with online gaming, is users need to be looking to somebody that they can trust. And so working with people who are trustworthy, not marketing third-party products that might be something that users shouldn't be getting into, that's an important component for us also. And we think that that's an area where the industry has gotten itself into trouble in the past. We're really looking to try and lead the way there and take a position of our users can completely trust us. We want to be a good guide. I think if you're in that position with your users, regardless of what you're an affiliate for, it gives you a lot of ground and value because they'll look to you first.
Okay. And looking a little bit ahead into regulation in the U.S. market, what do you feel will be the revenue models? You touched on it a little bit earlier, but you're right, nobody knows. But what are your thoughts on, is it going to be rev share? Is it going to be CPA for poker? Will there be such a thing as rake back? Do you have any thoughts on that you can share with our audience?
I'm not good at making predictions, and part of the reason is I don't have any special inside information about it. I wish I did. Looking forward, if you see large land-based casinos coming into this market, they've got already multi-million-dollar marketing departments. And the question is, will they feel that they need additional reach to reach the existing online communities through affiliates, or will they feel that they can go that alone? And to us, this is an open question. And so what we want to be prepared for, and I think that other affiliates should be prepared for, is the event where it's your players who are going to be the ones defining the value that you're bringing, not the card rooms specifically. And I think that would be a change, sort of flipping the funnel in our industry a little bit. And so the number one thing that we can do right now is build strong value for the players and be ready to figure out and adapt our revenue models to where that goes.
Great. Okay, Aaron, we're just coming up on time, but it's been really great having you today. Thanks so much for all the insight and fantastic business that you built there, especially on the subscription side. If anyone's interested in contacting Aaron after the interview, please send an email to interviews@casinoaffiliateprograms.com. We'll be happy to put you in touch. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for future interviews with iGaming industry leaders.
Thanks a lot, Warren.
Thanks, Clark.